It's the 4th of March 2016, and today is a heavy content day. Normally I spread some of it to Saturdays, meaning that only gigs the thing that's normally only required on Fridays. But more and more Fridays are starting to become the content day. Not sure why, but slowly and surely it's starting to become that way. In this case, I'm going over to Kevin's on Saturday, and I really, even though I do have time in the morning, don't want to really rush it. So this morning at around 10 till, we're going to leave because my parents need to get blood work, and I need to go over to town to sign the document and own my land. But there's just enough time for me to watch the latest LEGO Dimensions that's going to come out today and make my notes.
On the road, playing the hits.
She looks like she could kill him.
While I was doing that, by the way, spoiler alert, there's a moment in this video where a portal puzzle seriously screws with us a little bit. I kind of get a bit salty. I'll look forward to that whenever you see it. But I also voted for the Tech Slant articles during that. That way I'd be able to hit the deadline this morning, because I probably won't be back in time. Change of plans. Doctor's appointment is canceled, but we still have to go for me to sign those documents, so still a trip out, but not as big of one. Bit chilly. Just a bit.
2 new devices that support Amazon's voice assistant.
So we just got out of Hardee's, and I had an interesting little experience in there I want to tell you guys about. The woman behind the counter noticed my scarf, which is rare around here. You don't find a Doctor Who fan that much, so it's kind of nice. So yeah, I gave her a card, wrote down the URL of the podcast. Actually took some guts for me to do that, but it's good for me. I need to do stuff like that more often. So I'm just walking out of the courthouse. I own my land now. Yes! I'm home, it's time to start production and all that stuff. What's in my arms, by the way? Oh, you'll get an explanation. So, the other stuff that was in my arms as I turn on the lights for lighting purposes. Mom got me some stuff for my birthday and then decided to give them. Her explanation was by the time June rolls around, she'll want to get me something different. I think she just has a lack of self-control, but she'll tell you that herself with a grin. Deed safely locked away. Back to the explanation. What did she get me? A bunch of kitchen stuff, actually. She got me a tea towel, which has an entire cow on it. The joke of this thing is that it's set up like a targeting system, and you get points depending on where the mess goes. She knows how twisted I am. That's beautiful. This one's pretty freaking sweet. She got me a chemistry spice rack. It's also got oil and everything. I love it! And this next one will tug at the geeky little heartstrings. Not something I can practically use because my bottle's too big. We tried. But it's still nice to have around. A Spock drink koozie. Live long and prosper, everyone. Live long and prosper. If memory serves me right, by the way, in regards to that spice rack, I'm pretty sure I disconnected the gas from the oven because I never intended to use it. But when I am cooking, I might actually get this kitchen up and running again. Possibly. Because now that I'm done with paying for the land officially, technically made my last payment because there was a fee for the deed, so I'm done with that. I had one goal in mind. It's an old goal that I set years ago, and I never really finished it because of certain issues, but now I plan on doing it now. These books right here, I plan on pulling a Julie and Julia with them. In other words, I am indeed planning to cook all the way through all of the Good Eats books. Why do I have that goal? Well, it's simple, and apologies if this offends anybody that happens to be this way. I promise you, I am not slagging you off. But everyone has at least that one guy friend that can't cook. And not for a lack of skill, just for a lack of never really having learned. And the inability to provide yourself with a basic need? No, that's not an option in my mind. It really isn't. So yeah, that's why. Plus, my family's all about cooking, honestly. We're Southern. That's how it works. And I know there might be at least one of you that'll pedant and say, but you're in Kentucky, you're in the middle, that's not technically Southern. I'm in southeastern Kentucky. Close enough. So a lot of you that have been paying attention to us know that Jacob collects amiibos. It's just his own little collectible. He's never collected anything before, so this is his first time. And I mean everyone, even the ones that he doesn't use. Like I said, it's a collection. What? Anyway, he ends up buying a thing off of eBay or something, I believe it was. Anyway, it's a 3-pack of amiibos, and turns out he already owned one, but he had to get that pack to get the other 2. Guess who he asked if they wanted the 3rd one? So now Tom Nook, the greediest character in Nintendo history, is on my shelf. Thanks, Jacob! We're huge fans of Animal Crossing around here, so that totally fits. Now I'm getting ready with Mom.
Hello.
For going through who?
For you have found favor in my sight, and I know you by name. See, he knew, God knew him.
Now it's time for me to record the monthly music mix-up, and then I've done everything for today. Well, at least until Tech Slant later on tonight. There we go, a stretch of content done. Not that I mind at all. After I get Gig up, then I've got to find something to eat. I'm hungry! There, that's much better having food in my system. My parents went out and got pizza. Hunt's Brothers. And while we were eating, they started watching the movie The Intern. I'm really going to have to watch the rest of that movie sometime. I liked what 30 minutes or so I saw of it. And with Tech Slant, now the laptop's in the bag, and I've also got to get a ticket for something after I head out. Of course, when I'm up there, pre-show discussion. I freaking love my friends. The fact that we can talk about politics and religion and not hate each other afterwards. That's some awesome people. One word, respect. It's an awesome thing. If only many more people used that word, maybe things would be a lot simpler.